3 travelers were stopped just before leaving Singapore, and what they allegedly carried out of Changi Airport raises a bigger question about how retail theft is evolving in high-security spaces. In late April, 2 separate cases unfolded inside the transit areas. A 60-year-old Frenchman was accused of taking a pair of sunglasses worth over $700 from a Terminal 1 shop. CCTV footage allegedly showed him leaving without paying. He was arrested before boarding his flight, and officers recovered the item. Investigations then found 2 more items on him, cans of tea from another shop, also believed to be unpaid. The next day, in Terminal 3, 2 Indian women were accused of taking multiple jewelry items: 3 bracelets, 3 bangles, 2 rings, and a watch. Total value, more than $2,700. CCTV footage allegedly captured them taking the items while a staff member was distracted. They too were arrested before departure. Police later found smaller items taken earlier from another shop. Altogether, the value across both cases crossed $3,500. All items were recovered. Here's where it gets interesting. These incidents didn't happen in public areas. They happened inside transit zones, spaces already secured, monitored, and restricted. That changes the nature of the risk. Transit retail operates on speed and volume. Passengers are moving quickly, often distracted, and staff attention is split across multiple customers. This creates small windows where behavior can go unnoticed, even in a high-surveillance environment. And there's another layer. Because travelers are about to leave the country, the timeline to detect and act is extremely tight. Once a flight departs, enforcement becomes far more complex. This is why response speed matters. In both cases, the suspects were identified, tracked, and arrested before takeoff. That suggests a system that is not just watching, but actively responding in real time. But it also raises a broader question. Is retail theft in transit areas becoming more opportunistic or more calculated? Because the pattern here is not random. Multiple shops, moments of distraction, quick exits. It suggests awareness of how the environment works. For Singapore, the impact goes beyond the value of the items. Changi Airport is a global transit hub. Retail trust is part of the experience. If theft incidents increase, it affects how stores operate, how staff engage customers, and potentially even pricing. At a time when airports are competing for passenger spending, even small incidents can shape long-term perception. Legally, the consequences are clear. The suspects will face theft-related charges, with potential jail time, fines, or both. The law treats offenses in such spaces seriously, regardless of nationality or travel status. From an enforcement perspective, this case shows something important. Surveillance alone is not enough. What matters is coordination between retail staff, airport security, and police. And in these cases, that coordination worked. But zoom out slightly, and a pattern begins to emerge. We are seeing more cases where offenses happen in highly controlled environments, not because they are easy, but because offenders assume they can blend into the crowd and leave quickly. That assumption doesn't always hold. So here's the question. Do you think current security and retail systems are enough to deter this kind of behavior, or will these cases become more common as travel volumes continue to rise? Like, share and subscribe to 2230.